You know, when you're my age, there are a lot of Christmases I can think about. You know, it's Christmas to me has a very special meaning, of course, the birth of Jesus. But, you know, when I was a younger man and raising children, that was a really special Christmas time for me. You know, it's a great time, a fun time, and the fun is with kids and opening gifts and those kinds of things.
Usually Christmas time at the Sobek household, it's either we're visiting family, in Texas, because most of my family is from Texas, or we have a large portion of our family come visit us here in Michigan.
We always have a dinner. Either it's a really intimate small dinner with just me, my mom, and my sister, or we have the family coming over, my aunt, my uncle, my cousins, my other aunts. It's either 3 people or probably about 10.
I would put an apron on and I'd spend all day in the kitchen next to my grandma making cookies, making all kinds of treats, and get done with the day, chill on the couch, and then just eat a lot of food.
The family has changed. My kids are adults, but they have kids, and now they have kids. And so we do have an annual get-together with the whole family. You know, we fill our house. Our Christmas party keeps getting bigger and bigger. You know, I'm very fortunate. My family lives here, and I know a lot of people, they only get together with their kids or grandkids once or twice a year. We can do it more often because they're all here.
My grandma would always, when I was a kid, she had this unique wrapping paper. I don't even know if it's made anymore. I don't know what it's called even, but it was white, it was glossy, and then she'd take colored duct tape, I think, and she'd duct tape the corners, and then she'd write in her fancy, always neat, perfect cursive. And I could just remember, I remember exactly the marker she used. I remember the smell of it. I remember her doing the writing on every gift every year, and I'll never forget it.
My favorite Christmas memory was when my oldest cousin, she got a makeup kit, and it was kind of her first time dabbling with makeup, and none of the dads wanted to be the guinea pigs. My brother wouldn't do it, my uncle wouldn't do it, my grandfather wouldn't do it, my dad wouldn't do it, and so I said, I'll be the dummy, I'll try it. And so my oldest cousin, she put makeup on my face, and the look of pride in her eyes is the greatest thing ever. I have never worn makeup, I know nothing about it, and just to look in the mirror, I am laughing through the whole thing. I think it looks so funny, and I guess practice makes perfect because now she's an expert.
One of my favorite Christmas gifts that I've ever gotten is actually my gift this year, which I haven't gotten yet, but it's a flight home to see my mom. And it was a gift from my aunt to my mom. It's not even my Christmas present, but it was a Christmas present to bring the family back together. And my sister got the same thing. We're gonna meet up in Rhode Island, and I think just seeing everybody, seeing my mom is the best Christmas present.
You know, I'm kind of at an age where I don't remember all that much about when I was a kid. You know, those memories are starting to fade. But I do remember one Christmas in particular. As a kid, I wanted to be a radio announcer, you know, and I would play a radio station in my room. You know, I would take a newspaper and read the newspaper and pretend I was on the radio. But I didn't have any way to play music. And of course, radio stations play a lot of music. And so one year, when I came down for Christmas, there was a Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer record player. And I was just so excited about that because now I could play radio station and actually be a disc jockey too.
When I was about 10 years old, my aunt, without speaking to my parents first, decided to give me live mice for Christmas. I was allowed to keep them, but my parents were not very happy about it. I had them for about 3 years. They were great pets. I loved all of them. My aunt promised me that she had given me 2 boys. She did not give me 2 boys, so I ended up with more than 2 mice over the years. We named one Fred, and the other one's name was Daisy. And then when we found out one was a girl, one was a boy, we found out that Fred was actually the girl and Daisy was the boy.
Is Die Hard a Christmas film?
I do not consider Die Hard to be at all a Christmas movie.
I have a secret to tell you. I've never seen it.
Well, it wouldn't be on my list of favorite Christmas movies. I guess it could be, yeah. But probably not.
You know, I've seen the arguments, it takes place during Christmas time, but it was released in July. But then there's the argument that there's Christmas in July. Taking all those into account, I will have to say Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
No, and I will look right at the camera with this. Die Hard is not a Christmas movie. It is a movie that takes place during Christmas time, but it is not a Christmas movie. If you said Die Hard at any other time period, it is still the exact same movie.